All right, guys, it's going to be another Turtles week. We had some more great releases come out. As you can see right here, I have that new NECA Keno 2-pack, which we saw debut at SDCC this year, and we saw it again at Toy Fair, and now we got it. To our surprise, this was a Walmart exclusive, so you can check out the packaging here. You can see it's a different style Keno figure than that was the other SDCC exclusive Keno with the pizza delivering uniform. We have a different mold for a foot soldier in here as well, as a whole bunch of accessories that we'll go through in just a moment. And as always, on the back, you got a lot of those great character shots that NECA does with the action figure photography. So we have another 2-pack that we got from Walmart that we just showed you guys as well, and that was this Secret of the Ooze Foot Soldier 2-pack. So check out that review for a little bit more on what else was recently released. And there's also the TMNT 3 characters, the ones in the samurai gear. Those are available at Walmart as well. So why don't we hop in and check out this guy and check out a new mold on Keno as well as that foot soldier. Well, we got our 2-pack here. I'm just going to pop open the top, see if we got any surprises in there in terms of how we open this thing, but see, it's pretty standard. I love the background. You can see it a little better here. It's that inside of the warehouse there training with the punching bag. But now we see our character here, and you can see the display a little bit better. And you can see Keno here with his boxing gloves on. You can see this plus-size foot soldier on this side here. And you're going to see a bunch of accessories. We can see the punching bag in the middle, of course, this gorgeous display. We have another TGRI canister. It's Secret of the Ooze. There's Ooze with everybody, basically. We have an alt head for Keno. We have some alternate pair of hands. I want to call these weapon-holding hands here. We have the Christmas ornaments that he pulled off, or the bells, rather, he pulled off the jacket as part of the test. And I believe this is a base for the punching bag, along with this holder here, this pole. On this side, we have alternative hands for the foot soldier. So we have weapon-holding hands, and then we have these gesturing hands. And down here, we have the Eskrima sticks. Now, these were new to all the TMNT Secret of the Ooze figures. So we saw it the first time, I believe we saw it, was with that foot soldier 2-pack from Walmart. We haven't seen these included. These were not with the wave of the first movie characters, so these were only unique to the second wave. And so far, we've only seen them in the Walmart exclusives, so they seem to be a Walmart accessory as well. So I'm just going to pop these guys out of here. I'll start with that foot soldier. Already I could see some tabs holding into place. So I got my trusty sprue cutters for getting nice and close without scratching the figure. And I just see them on the waist. It's the same with Keno. I only see 2 around the waist, so I'll pop those out as well. All right, so we'll start by checking out our foot soldier. And this foot soldier is definitely a little different than the other foot soldiers. I want to say he's a little bigger around the midsection. He's got that little spare tire. So you can see, though, he's basically mimicking the color scheme of the other recently released foot soldiers, which is a little more gray than black in their uniform. But other than that, the design is relatively the same. This is definitely a new head sculpt. It's a little larger than the other ones we've seen in the past. And I'll have it side by side in a moment so we can see them all together. But that's really it with the foot soldier design. The only other fun feature to point out is that belt he has right here, which is an elastic belt, so you can put weapons in there, which I think is a fun little way to display the character. He has his standard articulation with his wrist movement. He has that double elbow. He has the arm articulation, the shoulder joint there. Of course, the head on the ball joint, so that can move around. The headband kind of restricts it a little bit on the back. He doesn't have any ab articulation, but he can turn a little bit side to side. Not that much. Might just be my figure is sticky, but no, it doesn't seem to have any left and right movement there. He does have a thigh articulation there in the hip, left and right, and then he's got those double knees. And then he has that ball joint for the foot there. So that is the large plus-size foot soldier articulation. We'll just call him a little bit of a little meatier foot soldier. So then our other character here is the Keno. So you can see the Keno here is wearing sparring gear. You can see those gloves and the boots there on the feet as well. So really nice attention to having taken martial arts myself. This is exactly what sparring gear looks like. So very, very nicely detailed there with the straps going all the way around like you would have to secure it. So very lifelike. He's got a nice little t-shirt on there with a pattern. So the t-shirt is actually layering on top of him, so he has a full torso underneath it. So this isn't, I mean, there's no way to get it off. Now maybe you could try to manipulate it off by taking off the head and then pushing it, slowly edging it off the character, but I don't think you'd want to, and you risk damaging something. It's going to be hard with those arms to take it off, but it looks really nice, and he's got his sweatpants or exercise pants on as well underneath. I like what they did when they kind of hid the elbow here underneath this little protrusion of the upper arm there, so you don't really see that elbow joint, but it's almost seamless. I really like that there. So that's his articulation here. So you could take these hands off, assuming they just poke out here at the where the glove is. I'll see, yep. So you could take them off at the glove and then put hands on that aren't, well actually look, you could take the whole glove off. That's really nice. So you could take the whole glove off and then he has normal hands. So he doesn't have to have the sparring hands the whole time. But they have that little extra piece here for that detail of having the strap go around the hand. So that's really nice. But he has similar articulation to the foot soldier. He's got that lateral and side-to-side movement here on the arm. His head here, he does have, it feels like ab articulation. He can turn side to side, so he has a lot more room. Same with the legs, you get a good range of motion here to get some of those side blade kicks and whatnot in. And then he's got that bending knee, and then he's got that ankle articulation. And then that great detail of the foot here, which is in between. And so it's not just red on the bottom, even though you wouldn't see it. Well, I guess if you were posing it, you would, but normally not available to view. And we didn't get to see this when the character was on display, but you can see his toes and his whole foot. And if you're wearing sparring gear like this, it's not a whole boot. Like your foot is going to protrude through it so you could grip the ground. So very accurate detail there. And then this is his, I guess, his workout face. And then he has an alternative smiling head. So we'll check that out as well. So I guess this is just kind of like his either sparring buddy or training buddy here for this thing. But let's assemble this punching bag too while we're at it. So the punching bag comes in 3 parts. We have this base right here. We have this little arm that sticks out over here. And then we have the bag itself. So it should be able to hang right down the middle. Yeah. And the bag itself here is on a chain, so it has a nice chain to it, realistic chain. Very nice, and it's a really great looking bag. You can see all that detail on it around where it's sort of like scrunching at the bottom like a punching bag does. So we should be able to just secure this on this hook and then let it dangle there, and it does. So yeah, very nice. You could have him punch in that bag. So it's a nice little fun accessory to include in this set. And the only other like notable accessories are going to be the head here. So this is like just a smiling typical Keno head there. So very nice detail on that head. But the TGRI canister I've showed you so many times, I don't need to show you that. Same with the hands. Hands are hands. Like I said, his alternative hands for Keno, they don't have anything on them, so you could have hands without the gloves on. I guess the real exciting accessory is all those bells that were on that jacket that he has to pull them off to pass his foot test. So that's what, let's see if I get close to the camera here. That's what these look like here, the little bells. So that's the only other major accessory. And then again, I told you those Eskrima, which are kind of just standard for these Secret of the Ooze characters. I haven't seen them anywhere else. But that is mostly the sort of the great aspects of these figures. And this is, I love how you could take the gloves off entirely and just give him normal hands, because Keno needs to be Keno as well when he's sneaking around with Raph, and having both versions of that and not just having him restricted to these gloves is nice. So you could have that sparring Keno with all that great detail, and then you have this awesome sort of larger foot soldier. I feel like he's a little taller, and we're going to find that out in just a second, but he's definitely a little larger in the midsection. And that head is definitely longer than your standard foot soldier head. So it's kind of I think that's a new mold as well on that guy. But yeah, that is mostly our look here at these 2 characters. Why don't I bring in those foot soldiers from the Secret of the Ooze line that was also that Walmart exclusive, and we can check them out side by side. All right, checking out that plus size foot soldier here. So we have the standard foot soldier here, which is taken from the same mold as the foot soldier from the first film. So you can definitely see the head is far larger than this head. Everything about it is a little larger, and you can see the guy is a little bit taller. I want to say maybe a 1/4 inch taller than the other one. Shoulders are a little different, but that midsection part is the largest part, where you can see sort of a little spare tire on this guy, and this guy's a little bit more cut. You can see it more in the side profile view. But that is the largest difference there. I think the legs look relatively the same. It's hard to tell. They're very close. It's got a different belt. You see this is together here. This is separated in the front where the belt is tied off. So a little bit different there. The arms look very similar. I want to say they're almost exactly the same. But it's just the torso and the head are completely different. So that is the main differences in the foot soldier. Side by side here, you can really see that. But back to back, you can see he's a little bit taller, maybe more than 1/4 of an inch, maybe, I don't know, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2. Yeah, so he's a little bit taller, a little bit wider. So that's the main difference. So this is an all new sculpt for the foot soldier. So that's nice to have a new sculpt anytime you have that. So I switched Keno up here. I gave him the different head and I gave him the hands just so you could see that a little bit closer. And you could see how he could be normal Keno, not sparring gear Keno. And I wanted to throw in the Keno from the SDCC exclusive Keno set that came with the scooter, where he's in his Roy's Pizza outfit here. So it looks to me like this head is a completely different head than the smiling Keno head here. You can see there's more teeth in this Keno head than this one, so the bottom and the upper, just as opposed to the upper and the left one. And here's the screaming head as well. So I think they included 2 new head sculpts with this Keno. The hair looks parted exactly the same way on the 2, and I thought they were recycling the head. Maybe they just painted it differently. I don't know. It looks close, but just a little different. So I'm not sure if this is entirely new or if it's recycled and they just painted it a little differently, but you can judge for yourself. But here's the 2 heads side by side. And you can see your Kenos are completely different. I mean, this is a completely retooled Keno. You can see there's a different sort of parting of the pants in the back that indicates that these aren't just a repaint on the pants. The feet obviously are completely different with the boots there. The entire outfit is completely different. The hands are completely different. The body is completely different. So it's a completely retooled Keno for the special version or the exclusive version from Walmart, and I guess the exclusive version from NECA. 2 exclusives here. There is no wide release on Keno, which is a shame. He's an awesome character because that Keno with the scooter is awesome, but this Keno is also really cool when you get him with his punching bag and his training equipment and all of that, and an additional newly sculpted foot soldier here that's a little different than the original foot soldier. So this pack has a ton of new sculpting in it. It has, you know, the new accessories for Keno, this punching bag and his little ornaments. So a lot of fun stuff going on with this set. And that's our look at this great new exclusive set from Walmart. Expanding Secret of the Ooze a little bit. It's getting an exciting period for Secret of the Ooze because we also have that Jordan Perry 2-pack coming out, that Shredder's Throne at some point coming out, and who knows, maybe we'll get a Paige Turco, April O'Neil, and then just sort of round out the set. Maybe a Vanilla Ice, I don't know. We'll see what NECA has for us next. But this is the one of 3 exclusive sets to Walmart right now. So if you missed the sale when it went up online, it was like a surprise. It wasn't pre-announced. It just came up at like noon on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, and a lot of people missed it and were upset about it. Don't worry, NECA just announced that it is in Walmart stores now, or will be soon coming to a Walmart near you. So you'll find this on the shelf. So if you missed it on the order, do not pay those scalper prices. They're ridiculous. Just wait and grab it in the store. So you could grab this guy. You could grab that Foot Soldier 2-pack that we already showed you, which in our review, which is a Secret of the Ooze version of the Foot Soldier 2-pack, featuring that different deco and slightly different accessories. And if you didn't get Foot Soldiers the first time around, don't want to spend $100 on a 2-pack, you get them for $60. So they're being, this should be in stores now soon. And if you missed out on the SDCC exclusive TMNT VHS 4-pack set, you could get the Turtles individually in 2-packs. So those should be hitting shelves soon as well. So all 3 of these 2-pack sets are $60, which isn't bad. You're getting 2 characters, you're getting a ton of accessories, completely new molds on these guys, or mostly new molds on these guys. These are reused and repainted, and then completely new tooled and molded characters on the Turtles. So not bad. So look for them at your local Walmart. Maybe you'll find them online and get lucky that they're having them in stock. Who knows? It's hit or miss. I've been seeing a lot more NECA Turtles figures at Walmart lately, though. I just saw the Casey and Raph pack pop up from, I don't know, was it 2 years ago? So that's back in stores for some reason. So you never know what you're going to find in that collector's aisle at Walmart. So you can still have a chance of getting these if you missed it the first time around. Definitely grab them if you did, and don't wait if you see them because they might not be there very long. And then who knows, NECA might reissue them down the road. As you recall, we all had trouble getting that shredder last year, the Ultimate Shredder from Secret of the Ooze from Walmart. It sold out, and then we never found it in stores. And then NECA just put it up on their site like a couple weeks ago for people to order and have delivered soon as well. So if you missed that, they might reissue these after a year as a open sale on NECA.com. Who knows? So if you miss it, NECA's always got your back. They always reissue things that are particularly popular, and this was pretty popular. It sold out pretty quick. So grab it while you can. Grab any of these. This foot set's great too for building your little foot army. So speaking of which, if you like foot soldiers, our next review is going to be about foot soldiers. I don't want to spoil who it's coming from. It won't be NECA this time. It'll be a different company. But it's something I wanted to check out for a while, and I finally got my hands on one, so we'll check that out on our next session. So that is all for this time. Like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you guys next time.